What's up, guys? Welcome back to Creating Cash Flow, where today I'm going to share with you how I made $2,000 in truly passive income through dividend stock investing. And I'm going to share with you why it was possibly the worst investment I could have made. And at the very end of this video, I have a very important question for you about how to handle this financial debacle that I'm in, and I would love your comments. So be sure to stick around all the way until the end and help me out by answering my question in the comments down below. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Dallin, and on Creating Cash Flow, I share all of my strategies and learnings of how to build a passive income portfolio. And today I'm going to share with you this story. So as I said, I made $2,000 so far already this year in truly passive income earnings. That is absolutely no work on my part. I had some money that I wanted to invest, and as a new dividend stock investor, I went and Googled highest dividend yielding stocks, which you may have done or you may think about doing. So I went and found a list of these dividend stocks. They're the highest yielding dividend stocks, meaning they pay the more dividend than anybody else. And the list I was looking at, I believe, was a percentage yield dividend, which can be pretty confusing because when you're buying a stock, there's two parts to the value. There's the appreciation or depreciation of that value, and then there's how much that stock pays out in dividend. So take Apple, for example. Apple has a very low dividend payout, but they have a massive appreciation. So something like SCHD, which you may have heard of, it has a pretty high or pretty good dividend payout, but it also, over the course of its lifetime, also has pretty high appreciation, and that is the sweet spot. So in my naivety, I went and just thought, if these stocks exist, they're probably going to be a pretty stable, even if they don't appreciate much, at least I'll be getting a pretty solid dividend payout. So when I found this list, I went and did my due diligence and looked at a lot of different stocks that have an insanely high yielding dividend payout. And amongst these was ZIM or ZIM. And because ZIM was newer to me, I've never heard of the company. I don't really know what they do. I went and did a little bit of reading and a little bit of research to find, this seems like it could be risky, but I want to test out what it's like to buy a stock that has this insanely high dividend. So I set aside a portion of money that I felt comfortable losing. I don't know how else to put it, but I felt completely comfortable losing all of this money. So it wasn't anything that I was completely relying on. It was more of a test or a trial. I've done that with a few things, as you know from past videos with here.co. I like to explore and figure out different ways to invest money and just see what happens. And that's why I share here. So if that's helpful, be sure to subscribe and check out some of my other videos. But getting back to the story. So after I defined the amount of money I felt comfortable investing in ZIM, I went ahead and started making those investments. Now, how much overall I've invested in ZIM is kind of irrelevant, other than the fact that it was enough to get at least $2,000 so far this year in dividend payouts, and we haven't had all of the dividend payouts that we will receive this year. But what I can tell you is that looking at its performance over time, I bought in at an average cost of $25.54, and today it is trading at $9.23. So over the few months that I've had it, I've actually had it almost a year now. It has lost 64% of its value. So that leaves me at the question of, is it worth it to buy a single stock like ZIM that if I hold it, I do get dividend payouts? I've made $2,000 in passive income earnings that have actually hit my account. And the fact that I haven't sold any of my shares means that I haven't hit a loss, but I have realized $2,000. Where if I would have bought SCHD or Apple at the same time, the amount of money in my pocket would be a lot lower. It wouldn't be $2,000 of realized gains. But I also wouldn't have a 65% loss on my money. Now that's unrealized, but for ZIM to be able to make up the fact that it has lost 65% of its value, it has to increase a lot. Because even right now, if it increased 100%, that would still only be trading around $18 a share, which means the business has to operate incredibly well to get a stock price increase of 100%. But I would still have a loss on my hands. So they would then have to do another percentage increase of about 50% just for me to break even. So I'm opening up the question to you. Do you think I should stay in ZIM and try and get as much as I possibly can just from the passive income earnings and accept the fact that my unrealized gains will never be what they were? Or should I try and get out, take the loss, stop getting the passive income payouts, and then reinvest it somewhere else? That's probably smarter, like SCHD. Let me know in the comments down below what you think I should do. Thanks. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit that like button if you found this video helpful, and hit that subscribe to follow along for more.